The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to it. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What is up? What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What is up? Hope everybody is having a great Friday, man. It is an amazing Friday. We're going to get into some stuff out here on this Friday. We're going to do some things, talk about some things, a lot to go over. See who we got in the house already this morning. Ken, man, my man is the first one in the building. Good morning. Happy Friday to you, man. Happy Friday, man. XXI was good with you, man. I hope you're doing well, man. Happy Friday to you too, man. Get on this weekend grind here in a minute. Great buying opportunities. Yes, there is amazing buying opportunities today, man. Just adding more havoc to the bags. Havoc. Yeah, I see Havoc is doing his thing, man. I see they got a whole bunch of I see you posted they got a whole bunch of new social media stuff going on too. So a whole bunch of new social media followers, man. So yeah, Ken, man, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope family's doing well as well. So man, glad to have you here this morning. Good morning, Doc. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm getting through this. Good morning, Rob. XXI. Elmo is in the building. Old man, rise and shine. Elmo, what is good, my brother, man? What is good? Hope you were good on this Friday, man. Hope you were good, man. Yeah. Everybody just saying hi to each other. Yeah, we here, Ken, man. We here, man. We here. Man, I hope, like I said, I hope everything's good with you. And, you know, if we can just bring a little bit of smile to you today, then that's a good thing, man. Good morning. Loving the state of the market, buying opportunities all over the place. Yes, there is, man. I'm loving this market, loving the state of this market right now, loving where we're at right now, loving what we got going on right now, man. So, it is it's amazing. Both, you know, people got to take advantage of these situations, man. We've been talking about this forever. They got to take advantage of these situations. Situations are out there to be taken advantage of. Those that are sleeping will get slept on. But yo, the pre-markets, they look decent today. See how the Asian markets closed. They didn't close great. They closed down. They didn't close great. See what the European markets did. They opened a little bit earlier than we did. They don't look too bad. They look like they're trading okay. They look like they're trading decent. So I don't know. Like we say all the time here on Friday, Fridays are dictated by not how the market opens, but how it closes. And but we got to open it up to get to the close. So it looks like it's going to open halfway decent. Looks like it's going to be all right, at least to start the morning. So we'll see how the rest of the stock market treats us today. If we got this money flowing in or we got this flowing out, right? So Tesla reported the other day they actually beat a whole bunch of they actually beat on every single line, but their stock dipped a little bit because they didn't give a clarity, moving for forward movement. So Tesla stock dipped a little bit, but I don't know. I'm so far up on it, it doesn't really affect. I mean, that thing's got to take a big old dip for me being a red, but it did dip a little bit, and that's one of the big movers of the market. So, we'll see. Microsoft's deal kind of people are backing off the deal that they had going on, so Microsoft should be pumping today as well. So, looks like it's gonna be a good day. Looks like it's gonna be an overall good day. Elmo with the $5 bomb, man. Let's start the bomb. You guys gonna start early on me. Elmo, you guys gonna start early on me. Yeah, we're gonna start the morning out right, Elmo. We are, man. It's gonna be a good Friday, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for everything that you do, man. For me, I appreciate it. Humble, man. But we got the cryptocurrency market cap sitting at about 1.2 trillion. We've been playing it here about 1.2 trillion dollars for all week long, basically. Not a lot has changed. Not a lot is going on. What is up, Big Wise dude? How are you, brother? How are you, man? Good morning, man. Happy Friday to you as well. But we've been playing around with this $1.2 trillion market cap forever. We're trading straight sideways in the cryptocurrency market. There's some pumps, here and there, but ultimately that $1.2 trillion is where we are. It's where we're going to stay. And it's where we're going to stay for a minute. So, I'm not expecting any big moves up right now. The sentiment's just not in the market for it to come way up. But with that is opportunity as well, man. And there's opportunity to get into some of these plays that you may have been sitting on the sidelines on, or accumulate in some plays that you're looking to accumulate, right? So I think it's a good thing. Big Daddy Bitcoin, the granddaddy of them all, the big boys sitting at $29,786. Down on the 24-hour, about 0.6%. Not too bad. Trading straight sideways, really. Little pump up to the 30,000, back down to the 29,000. Little pump up to the 30, back down. It's been the course all day long, all night long, basically for 2 or 3 days. Same with Ethereum, sitting at $1,887. Down about 1.1% on the 24-hour. Up about 0.02% on the hour, which now it just changed to 0%. So basically even, but Ethereum's been doing the same thing. It's been rolling between the high 1800s and 1900 for days now. You can see the line over here. It's basically a straight sideways line. Not really a lot going on over there. Basically just a straight sideways movement. Our boy right here, XRP, doing its thing out here, making moves, and really is right now cryptocurrency's champion right now. It's the champion of cryptocurrency right now. We needed a champion. XRP's our champion right now, and they're doing good. People forget, they were trading in the 30s, then started trading in the 40s sideways. Now it looks like they're going sideways around 76 to 78 cents. Sometimes we touch that 80-cent mark, get slapped back down to around the 76 to 78 cent range. But I personally think that this is a good thing. It's building that support. It's building this nice line here going across around that 76 to 78 cent range. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. XRP is it is a star. It's a star in my opinion right now. They are our champion. We needed one. Cryptocurrency market was getting beat down by the SEC, and XRP came in, and they were our champion. So, you know, this thing's ready. This thing's ready to move. Yes, they'll be releasing both formats, and 100% revenue. So the so the money you hold. Oh, did I missed it? What are you guys talking about? Does Havoc? Oh, Havoc. Yeah. Yo, XXI. I really like Havoc. I like Neroni and I like Havoc. I think that they're big ones, man. They're big ones. So big watch. XXI, but you know what? I'm happy that you are seeing double digit gains on Havoc, right? You got it early. You found a project. You got it early. You're seeing double digit gains. It's man, I'm happy for you. Um, uh, I had it. I had it's not an app, but but it will be it'll be working like an app though. Okay, so I seen that they were. It's not mobile. It's not mobile yet. Um, not yet. Not yet. Let's in the future. In the future possibility. Okay. But yeah, so I'll let you guys roll with the Havoc. But no, XXI, man, I'm so happy for you, man. And that's one of the things that I say for everybody here. You know, I'm never mad at people who make money. You know what I mean? We all make money together, and if you're up and you're making money, I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? I couldn't be happier for you. BNB sitting at 244, guys, up. It's actually green on the 24 hour at 1%, sitting at 0.1% on the hour. So, you know, it's getting, you know, this thing, but it's still trading sideways. Let's just be honest. The thing is just trading sideways, much like the market, you know. And it's the same story pretty much all the way down until you get to, well, we'll get to Matic doing the same thing, trading sideways between 76 cents and 78 cents. Not a lot going on here. They do have their big upgrade that they're getting ready to roll out. So that is coming. But look at where we at here. Got to get down here to my boys. Shiba Inu doing it's trading sideways. I think Shib's about to run. In my opinion, guys, everything's setting up for Shib and Bone to run here in August. I think they're going to run. They're going to Toronto. I think they're going to have a great showing in Toronto. They did hook up, you know, with a fast food chain out there that's going to be at the Toronto Expo with them. I'm not sure what that whole partnership's about, but I do like to see that partnership that Shib is building. They're not just going to Canada to release Shibarium in its ecosystem. They're actually going there with some partners. They're doing business down there. So I like to see that. I like to see people expanding their partnerships. Partnerships are important. But I think Shib and Bone are about to run. I think they're setting up for a run. They're consolidating right now, both Shib and Bone. So I think that they're ready. They're ready to go. And with the launch of Shibarium, I think they're gonna go. But my boy Chainlink sitting here at $8.17. We've been talking about this thing for weeks, guys. Weeks and weeks. When it was down in the $6 range, I bought in the $5 range. We were talking about it then too. This thing took off. This thing ran with its interoperability new upgrade that it came out with for its blockchain. It's allowing for interoperability and talking between different blockchains. I think right now it's Avalanche, Ethereum, Optum, and Matic. So man, what a hell of an upgrade. And they're also able to link with private and public blockchains, which is a big deal because it allows the banking system to use it as well. And one thing people forget about Chainlink, and we've been hammering it away on this channel, they're ISO compliant. They're ISO compliant, which means they're allowed to do businesses with the banks, and that's a big deal. It's going to be a bigger deal moving forward as the ISO coins come out. If you're not ISO compliant, you're gonna have an issue. You're gonna have an issue when it comes to tapping into these private blockchains, So Chainlink, I mean, this thing's a mover. It's a mover and a shaker right now. Not a lot of people have been talking about it. It's been one of them sleeping giants. It's going to continue to be a sleeping giant because it's not pretty. Not a lot of people are out here talking about it. Doesn't get a lot of publicity, doesn't get a lot of pull. But if you were buying in down here, then you understand what Chainlink can do. You understand what this token is capable of, and your gains are pretty freaking good right now. You're looking at let's see, a market cap increase over the past 24 hours about 19.4%. You're looking at trading volume up about 317%. Trading volume is up, so people are moving it. Whales are moving it. They're buying into it. This thing's moving, and it's not done moving. When your trading volume's up 317%, you're not done moving yet. So my link looking yummy. Hell yeah, mine too, Elmo. I got in. We talked about it. I got in. We had a conversation yesterday on Spaces about cryptos that were high, right? Like in the $8 range, $9 range, $3 range, $4 range, and about how they're a deterrent for some investors. Well, to me, I don't buy that argument. If you put $1,000 in Chainlink and it 10x's, you have $10,000. If you put $1,000 in SHIB and it 10x's, you have $10,000. The money's the same. It's no different. The money's the money, right? It's no different. The only difference is, it looks a little bit better in your wallet when you have 1 trillion tokens versus a couple thousand tokens, right? But the dollar amount's the same. It's the exact same. So another one that we talked about here was Stellar, guys. And Stellar's on the move. Stellar is absolutely moving. It's up to 15 cents, almost 16 cents. Been as high as 18 cents. There's a reason that Stellar's moving. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Everybody thinks it's because there's a side chain, and everybody thinks that FedNow is using XLM. There's evidence out there that they're partnered with people that are using FedNow, but XLM is technically, neither is XRP technically not associated with FedNow. Yeah, they're associated with some partners that are in FedNow, but they're technically not associated with FedNow. So you got to be careful when you talk about that stuff, because just because you're a partner doesn't necessarily mean that they're moving your token, right? And if your token's not moving, then your price isn't moving. So gotta be careful when we start talking about that stuff, right? Gives people false hope, right? So until there's evidence that FedNow is actually moving XLM or XRP, then to me, they're really not associated. Chris B, good morning to you. Good morning, brother. So and I haven't seen any solid evidence that that FedNow is actually moving Stellar or XRP. Anything that shows me that that's what they're moving. I've heard people talk about it. I heard people say, oh yeah, well, they're associated with this particular company, so they're now in the FedNow system. An association and moving tokens are two different things. They're not the same. So speaking of XRP, I talked a little bit about this on a video the other day, and it's not getting a lot of publicity. It's not getting a lot of play, but XRP is now stepping into the metaverse and AI world. They just invested $54 million in a project called Futureverse that's going to be built on top of the Ledger. and it's going to utilize XRP as in-game, for games and in-games purchases in this metaverse. It's gonna be built on a ledger. So XRP is going to be entering the metaverse in AI world, right? And it's called Futureverse. Is who they partnered with. They're in the initial rounds of seed funding right now, and XRP threw $54 million at this project, which, XRP is not going to throw $54 million at a project that they're not involved with. So that they don't have some say in. And the fact that this metaverse is going to be built on top of the XRP blockchain is actually really, really bullish to me, because it's going to make it affordable for people to make in-game purchases, on blockchain purchases in this metaverse. Because let's face it, Ethereum gets really expensive, which is why you have these layer 2s coming out that people are running on top of to try to cut some of that cost for gas transactions. But you can only cut so many costs when you're running on top of Ethereum before the Ethereum gas fees catch up with you. So when you start running on top of other blockchains that automatically have lower gas fees, then obviously it's going to be cheaper for you to do business, right? So that's one of the things. If you're trying to bring the gaming industry and the metaverse to the mainstream, you can't have somebody paying $20 in gas for a $20 purchase, which makes it $40. It's just not going to work. Gamers don't do that. That's not what they're about. So you got to be, it's one of these situations where, Ethereum could be sometimes its own worst enemy. And right now it looks like, that's one of the issues that Gala has right now. Gala is only one of the issues. I'm not invested in Gala anymore. I was, but Gala was supposed to build a layer 1 blockchain because Ethereum was inefficient for what they were trying to do in their gaming sector, and they went to a V2 instead of a layer 1. So they're dead in the water because gamers, they're just not going to do that. Good morning, Timsky. Yes, all the DGs are in the house. What is going on? Yes, Power is in the building himself, man. And Power, man, gotta get everybody to follow your new Twitter account. You know what I mean? Because my man's out here tweeting like crazy and retweeting like crazy, and I think he's a bot. So we got to keep following his Twitter accounts, man. Got to keep supporting my man. Hope you're all having a good day. Oh man, it's a great day, man. It's Friday, man. It's a great day. Laughing out loud. Forget it's early morning. It is early morning for us, man. It is early. It's 7, man. So 7:22 a.m. Yeah, it's early, man. It's early for us, man. 6:22 here. Yeah, XXI, you're an hour behind me. Laughing out loud. I'm having lunch. Man, I ain't even thought about lunch yet, man. West Coast still sleeping at 4:22. Yeah, West Coast still in bed, man. Big dog when mass adoption. Mass adoption is going to come when I think mass adoption is going to come over to the metaverse when the metaverses in the gaming industry actually can make it affordable and come out with games that people want to play. You know how it is, Timsky. Gamers are a different breed, right? And most gamers don't like crypto. believe it or not. They're not NFT people and they don't like crypto, but they do love good games and they will come over and play games. Um, and you got to get good games over there and a reason for them to come, right? They got to have a reason for them to come. So, yeah, Ken's in the early afternoon too. So, yeah, so Seiko's in the building. What is up, Seiko? Wake up, 4:24 a.m. Yes, Seiko is up and at it, man. Seiko, good morning, man. Good morning, man. Glad to see you in the building. So mass adoption, man, it's coming. It's coming. It's going to take a little while. It's a slow roll. But I think the metaverse Web3, it will get mass adopted. But we've got to be able to bring people over here and make them want to come over. In these little games where people are on islands and they look like block people, they ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. I put Crow in short term at 0.7, at 0.74 and up to $5 down the long road. Yeah, I think Crow is going to break that 75-cent mark. There's no doubt about it. I think it'll break it. As soon as we start running up, I think Crow's going to take off. People are sleeping on Crow right now, the same way that they slept on Chainlink, the same way that they slept on XRP for a little while. People slow played that the same way they slept on XLM. But the bottom line is, these things are going to move, and they're going to move the market, right? They're going to move the market. Yeah, Seiko, man, we always miss you, man. When you're just lurking in the background, we miss you. We always wonder where the hell you're at, but we know you're lurking. But I think Crow's going to be a big mover. It's going to move the market. It's gonna move. It's going to be up in that 75-cent range. Where it tops out at, I don't know. We got to see where it's going to top out at, but I definitely think it's going to go back to at least all-time highs. In probably, I would say probably before the bull market is completely ready to go. I think Crow's the next one. I mean, it's going to be. I think you got Chainlink that's moving, XRP that's moving, XLM that's moving. Matic, I think, is going to move again once their upgrade's done. I think we're going back to $1 and some change. I think SHIB is going to move with the launch of Shibarium, and I think Bone's going to move, and then I think you'll see Crow move. You'll see Crow move after all that. After all that happens, Crow's got to separate itself somehow, some way. In this industry, I think it will. I'm a believer in Crow. I think it will separate itself when it comes to regulation. I just don't think that you're going to see any big movement in Crow until the actual regulations come out and people realize that they're actually regulatory compliant. Because right now, what's the advantage of Crow, right? Well, what are we buying? We're buying opportunity with Crow. The Chronos blockchain itself, it's not widely used. There's not a lot of traffic over there. But I think the more and more they expand, the more and more you'll see more projects kind of build over there. Go ahead and give it to the bubbles. Give it to the bubbles this morning. Give it to the bubbles. Go to the day. As you guys can see, the market is what it is. It's sideways actions on the day, and we've been through all that. Sideways actions on the hour. Not really much going on, but we do got some good news some news to get into. I should say. We'll see, figure out whether it's good or not. SEC chair Gary Gensler, he wants them guys to increase his budget so that he can fight the wild west crypto case of crypto. So basically, he went to Congress and said that I need more money to fight cryptocurrency because it's the wild, wild west, right? Well, here's the thing. He killed us on the XRP case, right? He spent so much of the taxpayers' money on the XRP case, and then he spent a lot of money going after you know insert cryptocurrency project here, right? So there's been no big wins by the SEC when it comes to these cases. There hasn't been a win. They've actually lost more than they won. So why would they give him more money to fight cryptocurrency, right? He's still calling it the Wild Wild West, and he wants an increase in budget to do this. I just don't see that. I just don't see this going anywhere, and I don't see the increase in budget to do this and fight this thing. I just don't see it. But he did go in front of Congress and ask for more money to fight the wild, wild west of cryptocurrency. And it's kind of disturbing when you really look at it. It's really disturbing that we would even have to have this conversation about him needing more money in his budget to do this when he's been wildly unsuccessful up until this point, right? So, obviously anybody who runs a business and somebody comes in from another department and they ask for more money, you want to see some success, right, of why they want to increase their budget. You want to see some success. You want to see where they're headed. You want to see what they're doing. You want to see how that this can benefit the company in general, right? So if you're operating a government, you got to operate under the same guidelines, right? Like, so if you want more money to fight cryptocurrency, show me what you're doing, show me how you're successful, and show me how this is going to benefit the people, right? Well, I don't think he can show that at all. In my opinion, I don't think he can show that. So actually, the government's asking him to back down, not ramp up. The average is announced. They may want him out, and he's asking for money. I think that he really truly believes that he needs this money because he does need this money. Like, he's wasted so much money fighting cases that he hasn't won. He's wasted his budget, and now he's looking for more money to fight cases that he can't win. Hey Daniel, like Michael Jordan around those FTX questions, laughing out loud. Yeah, like Michael Jackson around. He's dancing around them FTX questions. Yeah, like Michael Jackson, and here it is. He's got to answer some of them FTX questions and about how deeply involved he was in what's going on. And speaking of FTX, the FTX leadership is seeking returns of over $1 billion in cash, stocks from former execs. So basically, the new FTX execs are suing the old FTX execs, for $1 billion, including Sam, Caroline, a couple other people. They're looking for about $1 billion in cash and in stocks and stuff back from them. To me, I don't know. This is just a ploy. It's a political. It's a media ploy. They're not getting $1 billion out of these guys. They don't have $1 billion to give. So how are you going to get $1 billion out of somebody who doesn't have $1 billion to give? By the time these guys pay for their legal fees and all this stuff, they don't have that. So they're not going to get it. To me, this tabloid grab by FTX. Thanks for the Thanks for the shout out to follow Daniel. Also, yeah, no problem, man. We all try to look out for each other and keep it 100, man. And so we try to do. We got you, man. We got you. Get your followers back up out there. And quit retweeting so much all the time, man. And be strategic on what you retweet. Be strategic on what you put out there. I had to do that with my Twitter account as well. If you notice, I don't retweet as much as I used to, just because they're flagging everybody. So you got to be careful. I didn't know you were awesome. You were awesome power. I know it's crazy. Everybody's got different names, and you got to figure out who's who when, right? Yeah. Smash that like button. Smoke that like button, man. Mike Tyson, that like button. Smack that thing, man. But yeah. So here we go. FTX back in the news. Doing what they do. They're trying to get some money. Good part about it though is at least Caroline's back in the news. Her name's been quiet for a little while. At least she's back in the news. Maybe they'll start showing more pictures of her. But here's the big one. Here's what you guys gotta watch. Here's the big one. The House of Representatives unveils crypto oversight bill. And it's clearly stated here that this is solely based. A lot of this is based around the XRP case. And they think that they have momentum based off of that case to kind of get this bill through. In this bill, they're looking to clarify what's a security, what's a commodity, making people go ahead and register. I can't lose my Twitter. I can't lose my Twitter. People are losing it. That's why I'm telling you guys, be careful, man. Don't be out here just retweeting every day, all day, because they will take you down. These bills scare me. These scare me, man. This one right here, like, listen, I'm not scared of any regulation, right? And nobody, in my opinion, nobody should be scared, right? Here's the thing. Once there's clarity to the situation and these bills are clear, right? And it gives a clear path forward. And we haven't got there yet, right? We haven't got a bill that gave us a clear path forward yet. But once there's a clear path forward, then I think there's no reason to be scared, because either one or two things are going to happen. Either what you're invested in is either going to be a security or it's going to be a commodity. And after that, either what you're invested in is they're either going to meet the regulatory bar and they're going to be able to maintain compliance, or they're not. And this is where you're going to start cleaning up a lot of these, a lot of these projects that you think can meet the bar, but really can't. And there needs to be a cleansing of the cryptocurrency industry, right? There's a lot of projects out here that people think can meet the bar of a security or a commodity, and they do meet the bar, but can they afford to be compliant, right? The cost of compliance is high. And I'm not scared of any of this, because I think people should be compliant, right? They should have a set of rules, a set of regulations, and then they should be held to that, and then they should be compliant. And the cost of doing business, whether you're a security or you're a commodity, is compliance. And one of the things that's in this bill that I don't think that is getting a lot of attention or enough attention, let me see if I can find it real quick. But you see, it says right here, based upon the XRP case, they believe that they have the momentum to push these things through. But one of the things that is in this is up in here somewhere, is whether you're a security or whether you're a commodity is going to be clarified by how decentralized you are, right? In my opinion, one of the reasons that they're doing this is they're protecting Bitcoin. Bitcoin is decentralized, right? Bitcoin is a decentralized asset. It is a commodity. They've already come out and said that it was a commodity. The only two cryptocurrencies in the industry that has clear definition of what they are is Bitcoin and XRP. Everybody else is in question. Bitcoin, because they've already came out and labeled it a commodity, and XRP because they won their case, and so they're a commodity. They won their case, they fought their case, they're a commodity. But here's going to be some of the issues that you're going to have with this bill, and if it passes, as how decentralized you are, right? VeChain is a proof of authority blockchain. Proof of authority is very centralized. It's a very centralized blockchain. You're a security. Under this bill, you're a security because the more centralized you are, the more you become a security. Now, what does that mean for people? People get all crazy because they're like, oh, it's a security versus a commodity. What's the difference? And how does that affect me? And all this and that. It's really the cost of compliance. To an investor, it doesn't matter whether you're a security or a commodity, but it matters to the company because the cost of compliance is higher to be a security than it is to be a commodity, right? So it's costing you more money. So, that's the difference, right? It's costing you more money to be compliant. You have more restraints on what you can and cannot do. You have more restraints on how you move your crypto. You have more restraints on how you sell it, and that's what I'm talking about, the cost of compliance. There's more reporting that you have to do on it. So, I think, that's the difference. That's why people don't want to be a security, because they don't want that cost of compliance. But here's the thing. If you're compliant and you have enough money, you should have enough money to run your business, then the cost of compliance should be within your budget. But that's going to be the difference of, under this bill, the difference of whether you're a security or whether you're a commodity basically is solely based on how decentralized you are. And it clearly states that down in here, where it says that you will be judged based on how decentralized you are, how decentralized your blockchain is, right here. Is decentralized, is it decentralized enough, or not? And that's how you will be defined as a security or commodity. Agree with it, don't agree with it, it is what it is. But under these circumstances, VeChain's a security. Any proof of authority becomes a security. I'm just sitting back, watching the movie. This stuff is a movie, man. At the end of the day, it's the compliance. It's the compliance that will bring in new money. Yeah, you're right. That's what's going to bring in new money. And the cost of this, right? The cost of these guys putting together bills to clearly define what's a security and what's a commodity, what you can do and what you can't do. People that have been in industry, cryptocurrency industry for years hate this, right? They hate this. It's everything that they don't want to be. Big money investors that are sitting on the sideline ready to pump this market cap up to $9 trillion are waiting for this. So you have to decide what you want to be. Do you want cryptocurrency to grow in a way where it has mass adoption and you have big institutional money in and people are using it and there's mass adoption? Or do you want to teeter along $1.2 trillion market cap to a $3 trillion market cap, because you're not going to get over a $3 trillion market cap under the current conditions. It's not going to happen. There's not enough retail money in here. Bill is good. Bill is good to control Gensler's bipolar. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have a lot of say. The SEC wouldn't have a lot of say. He would have a lot of say in the securities piece of it. If you're deemed a security, then you would fall under his watch at the SEC. If you're a commodity, you fall under the Commodities and Exchange watch. So it really depends on it really depends on where you fall, depends on who you answer to. Where's Selmo at? I don't know, man. Selmo's been missing for the past couple of days. He's probably still counting his XRP profits. Hey, Selmo did good, man. Someone did really good in XRP, man. I did good. Like my XRP bags look phenomenal. But here's the thing: I'm not in XRP to pay off a car. I'm not in XRP to pay off a house. I'm in XRP to change my life, right? There's certain cryptocurrencies you're in to change your life, and there's certain cryptocurrencies you're in to get in and out of. I do have a short bag of XRP though that I will be selling at a certain rate, which is just that's money for me. That's profit money. It'll cover the rest of my bags, but my long-term XRP bag is there to change my life. Does the bill give clear thresholds for how decentralized I haven't dug into it that far, Timsky. It's over 200 and something pages, and it came out late last night, so I didn't get a chance to read it all. But my plan is to go through this thing, and really, that's one of the things I'm looking for is what are the criteria and what are the guidelines. What's up, Savage? What's up, brother? Yeah, Ronnie, Daniel, I need help. Bro. My wire has run. Get out of it with my best friend. Yeah, that's okay. That's nice. I'm feeling lost sometimes too, man. I'm feeling lost. You a clown, man. Like you a clown, man. I be laughing, man. I love it when you come in here, man, because you make me laugh, man. Leon Rodney, man. I did good too. Yeah, I think everybody did good on XRP, man. I ain't selling XRP before $5. I'm not shortchanging myself either, man. I'm not shortchanging myself, man. What the fuck? Still this is serious. This is serious, bro. Yeah, okay. Man. And Dr. Grau, I agree, brother. My $5 XRP. Listen, as far as when I say that about XRP, like you got to think about it. Like, been holding for over 2 years, right? Held through this mess, this whole SEC mess, right? And then you get this positive momentum and this positive sentiment, right? They win the case. Basically, they win the case. I mean, some of it's still being litigated, but the important piece they won, right? They won this case. And now people are selling. I never tell people when to sell, when not to sell, right? That your pockets are your pockets. Your financial situation is your financial situation. Only you can deal with your financial situation, right? But for me, I'm like, look, I've held through this, right? So why not? Why couldn't I hold a little bit longer, right? To get to where I want to get to where I want my bags to get to, right? And I'll be honest with you, my first bag that I'm going to sell is going to be roughly right around $1 and some change, right? But that's my short bag, right? I have a short bag that I accumulated that I've accumulated in, and that bag right there, to me, I call it a zero sum bag, right? I've accumulated so much XRP in that bag at like between 35 and 40 cents that literally when I sell that bag, it'll cover. I have 4 XRP bags, and it will cover every single dollar that I have in the rest of my bags, right? So I'm only selling that bag at that price so that basically now I've recouped all my money that I have invested in XRP, but I have these 3 other bags, 3 other large bags over here that literally at $5, at $10 can literally set me free, right? From a lot of different things. So, that's how I've set myself up. I sold half of my bag on XRP, a little over 80 cents. Yeah, I know you were saying that, Elmo. Got all my money. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about right there, Elmo. Got all your money back and still have a nice bag. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now you're playing a zero sum game, right? Now you're playing a $0 game. XRP doesn't owe you anything, but if that thing shoots to the moon, that can set you free. So like it's you can't play the game like that, right? You got to play a zero. It's the quickest you can get to playing a zero sum game, the better off you are. The better off you are. You're not living in the charts at that time. You're not watching the charts. You're not, because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. If that thing goes to $5, you sell it, right? If it goes to $15, maybe that's your next sell point. You sell it, but you don't have to live in the charts. You play a zero sum game as fast as you can, and that's what you're trying to do. That should be the goal, is to get to zero as fast as you possibly can. I'll tell you the same thing about MMAI. I have multiple bags of MMAI. When I sell my MMAI first bag, I'm now playing a zero sum game. When my short bag is gone, I am playing a zero sum game. And you best believe when that short bag is time to sell it, I'm selling it, because I'm trying to get to a zero sum game as fast as I can possibly get there. And that's the same with right now I'm playing a zero sum game with Matic. Right now I'm playing a zero sum game with XLM. I can't wait to be playing a zero sum game with XRP. I can't wait to be playing a zero sum game with MMAI. I can't wait to be playing a zero sum game with Bone. And I own a lot of Bone. Bone is probably my second biggest holding. I could have been playing a zero sum game already, but it's not to my sell price yet. So the quickest you can get to zero, the better off you are. The better off you are as an investor. What I have left will set me free. Yeah, that's what. See, me and Elmo, man, you talking my language, man. And that's why that's one of the things that I try to hammer home here is get to that zero sum game and then build your generational wealth, right? And diversify your portfolio. Don't be all invested in one particular crypto or one particular sector. Don't just invest in blockchain. Don't just invest in meme coins. You diversify, because look at what just happened with XRP, XLM, Chainlink, getting ready to happen with Bone. And then you look over at the meme coins, look at what happened to them. Diversify your portfolio. Put some of that stuff in meme coins. Put some of that stuff in blue chips. Put some of that stuff in Bitcoin. Put some of that stuff in Ethereum, or whatever you deemed, appropriate for your own investment. But diversify your portfolio. Don't be all in on one particular sector of the market or one particular project. You'll get burnt. I've been getting you're gonna get burnt. You're gonna get killed doing that. I've been getting like you've been getting wrecked, wrecked out here, out here the last few days. Yeah, but Curtis, I mean, but the thing about it is, Curtis, is you 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 can recover all that, right? Especially in something like crypto, you can recover that, but you got to diversify. You got to be diverse. You cannot put all your eggs in one basket, or you're going to be eating boiled eggs and the yolk's not going to be runny, and you're going to be pissed off because your mouth's dry. Uh, Savage, I see you still waiting. You still waiting. Welcome. Oh, that jumped on me. Welcome to the to the yeah to this yeah Savage waiting. Welcome, brother. What's up, Curtis? Curtis, man, I always love it when you come in here, man. Maybe maybe I've been spread I've been spreading out I've been spreading out my investments. Yeah, you have to spread them out for because different things are going to run at different times, right? Like everybody thinks that this whole market's going to take off and run at once. It's not. Different things are going to run at different times. Like if you're in the ISO coins, they're going to run together, right? Your ISO coins will usually run together. And it's usually based on ISO news, right? So they'll run together. Your your big blue chips, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, they'll run together. Your layer 2 blockchains will usually kind of run together. So they're all, as much as they're not grouped together, they kind of are grouped together. And different things run at different times. Meme coin, you have a meme coin season, right? So when you're in meme coin season, and you want to make some quick money, you better be investing in meme coins, right? uh because it is that season, right? When you're in altcoin season, your altcoins are going to run. And you better be already invested in your altcoins before they start running, or you're going to get wrecked, right? So meme coin season is a little bit different. It's hard to put investments into meme coins before they come out, because they launch so fast and move so fast that you know uh it's it's just a different season, so you got to invest different. Well, what happened to Neroni burn? uh where Usher where Usher at? So I'm a believer in Neroni. I believe in that project. I think Neroni's doing something real special over there. I don't know the ins and outs of what's going on in Neroni because I'm not in that community all the time. But I think Neroni's got something real special going on over there. I think they're doing something a little bit different over there. Um, with their AI technologies, they got a lot of stuff coming out. I like Neroni. I really do. I like Neroni. I think they got something going on over there. And I'm an investor. I invested in Neroni. Told you guys that I'm in it. I'm looking to add to my bags. Whenever I can. You know, I heard that there was a burn. I'm not sure about the burn. I'm not sure when it's going to happen or if it happened already. But you know, I I heard about it. But you got to be careful with burns too, because it's the type of burn that you do too. Like Terrarium did trillions of hours in burns and it didn't move the chart. So you got to be careful. You got to know what type of burn that's being done to. Uh, uh, I like Neroni. I think I do too. I think Neroni's doing something different. XXI. I think they're doing something different over there. Um, I think they're doing what a lot of other people are trying to do. Uh, we need to remember ICO coins are in are in their are in their third are in their third cycle. Yeah, they are. They are. Well, they're in their third cycle. Um, and profits will not be so high. No, you're right. You're right, Elmo. I believe you. You know, I'm with you on that. The ICO coins are in their third cycle. The profits are going to go down. I believe you. I mean, you're right. You're right when you say that. Buy back and burn. Neroni will change a lot in the space. I think they will too. Elmo. I think they got something special going on. Neroni burn happened already. Total supply should have went down there to 8.75 million now. Okay. I thought there was a burn. There was a burn token. Let's see where you at. A burn to it. No. I don't know, like what happened. You know, if they reduce their supply, then they reduce their supply. Like I said, it's about what type of burn you're doing. She gives you the different type of results. I'm sure Neroni will bomb here in a few months. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a great product. I think they got a lot going on over there. I like it. I like the project. I like where they're headed. I like what they're doing in space. You know, so people want to talk about XLM, about one of the reasons why their price moved so high. Right here, Latin American crypto firm Bitso joins Stellar Network to boost international USDC payments. Right. So people that don't know about Bitso is huge. It's a huge exchange. They're connected to a lot of banks, and they make payments. You can make payments through Bitso, and they use USDC. And now they're moving now they're utilizing the Stellar network to help facilitate these payments. And they're doing in the markets that they actually have direct connections with the bank in is Argentina, Colombia, and Mexico, which are huge Latin American markets, right? So now the Stellar network is being used for these transactions. Why? Because it's cost efficient, it's fast, and it doesn't cost a ton of money to get this done. And they have the on-demand liquidity to get this done, right? So they linked up, they did this partnership, and it's been working absolutely flawlessly from what I understand in the Latin American market. So now people can move their money literally from Argentina to Colombia into Mexico. Businesses can accept USDC payments through the Stellar network, or Stellar or USDC through the Stellar network in Argentina, Colombia, and Mexico, right? So when you think about this and you think about the movement of money, you got to think about it like this. If somebody has USDC and they trying to move it from Argentina to Colombia, behind the scenes that gets transferred into XLM. It gets to the business that it needs to go to, and then it's transferred back into USDC, and that's how that money's moving, right? So XLM has huge partner. This is a huge partner. People don't realize how big of a partner it is because we don't talk a lot about Latin Americans and in the Latin American market and how that they utilize crypto to move money across border payments and stuff. But this is a huge partnership. One of the reasons you see XLM moving. People were sleeping on XLM for a long time, but XLM is actually it's actually doing really well. It doesn't have anything to do with FedNow. It's set for a side chain, but this is one of the biggest reasons why you see the biggest price increase in XLM. It's this particular partnership right here. hardball is good, but soft boiled soft boiled will be dripping dripping toast. Hey, I'm with you, man. I like that Tisky. I like the dunk by toast, man. Like it is what it is. XLM is is uh is one up in XRP at the moment. You know what? That there's an argument to be had there, Chris. There's an argument to be had that XLM is one up in XRP in the short term. There's definitely an argument there. There's definitely justification for that statement. That XLM is actually outperforming XRP at the moment, right? There's definitely some credence behind that that people can point to and say that that's true. But this is the big one right here, guys. This is what you got to watch right here. This oversight bill. And I'm telling you right now, if this bill passes, there's going to be a lot of blockchains that are probably going to be considered securities based upon the decentralized or centralized nature of how they do things. And I always go back to VeChain because VeChain is probably the biggest proof of authority blockchain out there, right? In proof of authority, one of the things that makes it so secure is how centralized it is. Wadi, good morning. Good morning, Wadi. So, but when you look back over at this bill, and one of the things that they're talking about that's going to distinguish between a securities and a commodity is how decentralized your blockchain is. VeChain is very centralized. Any proof of authority blockchain is very centralized. So, if you have a bar, right, and you're trying to set the bar as to what's a security and what's a commodity, you have to take the most centralized piece of a blockchain, which is usually proof of authority, and say you're a security. And you have to take the most decentralized blockchain, which is probably Bitcoin, and say you're now considered a commodity. Bitcoin, like I said, Bitcoin and XRP are the only two blockchains that have clear definitions of what they are, right? So when you look at it, they're the only two who can stand on their morals and say, we're a commodity, Bitcoin and XRP. Bitcoin because the government's already labeled it a commodity, and XRP because the courts have labeled it a commodity, right? So they're the only two with clarity. But if this bill passes, there's going to have to be a lot more clarity to come out as to how decentralized you have to be in order to be considered a commodity and in order to be considered a security. But I think there's only two bars, right? You have Bitcoin, which is the least decentralized. So that that's a commodity. And then you have proof of authority, which is the most centralized blockchain, which makes it so secure, which is the reason why it's so secure. Now you're the most centralized, right? So you have these two ends of the spectrum that you have to get to, and you got to say, okay, so if you have a starting point on A and you got a starting point on B, how do we deal with the middle? Well, like, who falls in the middle and how do we deal with that, right? So that's going to be the rub. That's going to be the problem, right? So, that's where the devil and the details are going to come in. And we're going to be like, well, hold on. How are we actually defining all this, right? So that's the devil's in the details. Then that would arise some issues with MMAI. Elmo, I don't think there are issues. I think if MMAI, if this passes and they have a proof of authority and the proof of authority is considered, we're making assumptions here, right? That proof of authority would be the most centralized, so it would be a security. So let's make this assumption. I don't know if it would be an issue if you can afford to comply, right? It's all about cost of compliance, right? So if you're a security and you have the funds to comply, right, and you're okay with the regulations, then it doesn't matter. It's a non-issue, right? You operate as you normally would because you're compliant, right? So it's all about compliance at the end of the day. So, but I do like the bill, the little bit that I read, just because it gives clarity, right? And that's what we need is clarity. If we want institutional money to come in here, we've got to have regulatory clarity, or we can continue to start playing around with this $3 trillion market cap, and everybody can 10x their tokens and be happy with where they're at, or we can get some of this big institutional money in here with clear regulations, and we can bump this party up to a $9 trillion, $10 trillion market cap, and everybody can be generationally wealthy, and that's the conversation that needs to happen, right? That's where we got to go. Now these countries can use Stellar instead on stuffing USDC into coffee. Yeah, I mean they can use Stellar to move this money, right, and across borders, and it makes it cheap and it makes it convenient, right? So that's the deal. BitSol is so big in Latin America, and for Stellar to hook up with BitSol and pull this off, then I mean it's huge. Thanks for clarifying that up for our listeners. No problem, man. I just I don't think that things are an issue, Elmo, until they become an issue, right? Like I just think that people get so caught up in, oh my God, here's a new proposed regulation, and we don't necessarily know how it's going to affect everybody, but let's all go crazy about it, right? No, it's something that you got to watch. It's something that you have to look at and say, how is this going to roll out? How does it affect my investments? And at the end of the day, you got to make your evaluations based off of that. But I don't think, I'm not a big person. I'm not going to start jumping up and down or getting mad or really saying that something's going to affect something else until you have a final bill in place and you know what it is and you know what it looks like and you know what the criteria are that you're operating within. I think that happens too much in this space because people get too caught up in what they think is going to happen instead of what actually happens. I want whatever will retire me the earliest. Me too, Chris. Whatever is going to retire me the quickest, I'm good with it. And right now that means regulation. People may not want to hear that, but it means regulation. And you know what? Regulation is going to boom some projects and it's going to kill other projects. And it's just the cost of doing business. Great time to be. It is a great time to be alive, XXI. It's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be in crypto. Remember what I just said. We're in at a $1.2 trillion market cap. If we can get big institutional money in and pump this thing up to a $9 or $10 trillion market cap, where does that leave you? Where does that leave you? And that's what you got to think of. People always say you're early, and it gets overused a lot. But the fact of the matter is, you are early. You're early in the adoption of blockchain development, right? So All right. So I'll leave you guys with that. And I'm going to get out of here for the morning. Happy Friday, guys. Tune in to Dr. Crypto Space today at 11:30. We'll be talking some MMAI. We'll be talking what's coming up, what's going on, how it's all looking. I don't have retirement goals anymore. I'm just trying to pay off. It's a depressing. This bear market has been so long and so depressing. A lot of people are losing hope, man. I'm not losing hope for the little guy just yet. I'm just saying, not losing hope for us. I'm saying that we can make it. We can all still make it. We're all here and we're all grinding away. We all can still make it. We all can make that generational wealth. We just have to do the things it takes to get the job done. And some of that means, holding certain projects a little bit longer than what what you want, because, you look at your bag and you're like, oh my God, this thing's huge. I need to get out of this thing. Some of it may be selling projects earlier than what you thought, because of 10x, what you thought you were going to get 100x in, now it looks like you're going to get a 10x. You got to make these evaluations as we start moving forward with the change in landscape in cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency's landscape is changing. It's changing. It's going to change fast. One of these bills will pass. I'm not sure if it'll be this one. I'm not sure if it'll be the next one. I'm not sure if it'll be the one after that. But there will be a cryptocurrency bill that passes. And when that bill passes, we will have clarity in the market. And when you have clarity in the market, investors love clarity and they hate uncertainty. So, I just gotta say that before I let you guys go for the weekend. You guys have a great day. And I think we'll be on Docs at 11:30. Don't forget, guys, that monetization stream's coming up on Wednesday. There's going to be tons of giveaways. Going to have a good party. Elmo and Doc going to do three $250 giveaways. We're going to have a Stewie giveaway. We're going to have an MMAI ETH giveaway. Crypto Lounge is going to give away $100. And we're still working on more and more giveaways. It's going to be a good time. It's really a party for us, right? It's really a party for the DGs. It's really a party for everybody that's going to be here, right? That has been here since day one. So it's really a party for us. Is the stream in the evening? Yeah, it's at 7:30. It's at 7 p.m. Big Watch is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it is in the evening. You got to be here to win. You got to be in the chat to win. We're going to utilize a StreamYard picker. It's going to be subscriber. It's going to be subscriber mode only. So you got to be subbed to the channel. But you know what? It's all about us. That night is all about us. It's all about us that have been here since day one. It's all about the DGs. It's all about us having a good time. It's about the community, right? It's never about me. It's always about the community. We do this thing together. And I enjoy every single one of you guys. And with that, you guys have a great morning. You guys have a great weekend. Maybe I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later at 11:30. Make sure you're tuned into Doc's space, and MMAI will have a space coming up at some point, either this weekend or next or early next week, to talk about some developments over there. So make sure you're locked in and tuned into that as well. So with that, guys, I'm out. Have a great morning. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Trade safe, be smart, don't get rugged, and take your profits. I'm out. Bye.